Hello, hello, hello. Got your three hellos in. So, decided to do this live stream to bring you all up to date on the economy as I always do. What's going on? Today is January 11th. So, we see the 1111, and you see, let me adjust my phone. Bitcoin is making a slight increase, but in the positive at the least. So you all hit that like button, the share button. Let's get more people in. Let's get more people in. Let me know how the sound is. You can hear me well. I love you all, so thank you. I want you all to put 111, three ones in the chat for January the 11th, and we're still here, right? No rapture today. I'm trying to see what my shirt is. No rapture. Nothing like that going on. We're still here. Thank you. I see the 111s coming in. Thank you all so much. So, like we always do at this time, as Kanye West would say, right? As Kanye West would say, an update before we get into the economy. I am leaving McAllister's. Um, we're still doing, or I'm still doing in the community. This is my veggie chili. So the community is still doing the 21-day consecration. It ends next Friday on the 21st, January the 21st. So if you are interested in joining in, a lot of people are getting health breakthroughs. Let me give this other testimony. Someone was dealing with a spot on their liver, having hard bowel movements, things of that nature. Did the reports. Um, Nothing was cancerous, right? Non-cancerous spot on the liver. However, um, it was such, I guess, deadly is the word that, let me take this jacket out, that if it would have spread to the brain and the spinal part of the body, that person could have died. And so nothing was cancerous, but it was a very deadly spread. And hello, thank you all for tuning in. A little hot. Um, I woke up and YouTube, the infinite spirit, infinite God was so gracious to bring this in my direction that something just popped up on my YouTube feed. Sometimes you have conversations on your phone, it'll pick up in the algorithms on your social media, right? So it popped up on the feed about taking a tablespoon of olive oil. Yes, olive oil. Make sure I was right. A tablespoon of olive oil and lemon juice, right, to cleanse the liver early morning on an empty stomach. And that person not only did it give a boost to his digestive system, but definitely his breathing much better, feels much healthier immediately after I shared that information after 3 days, right? So these are things that's going on in consecration. You are more in tune with the infinite spirit. You are more in tune with your inner spirit in connection with the infinite spirit that dwells within you, and you are more conscious of your God capabilities within you. And although we don't look to the clouds or the sky or the external, we understand that the external is internal and within us. And so, just another breakthrough that I gave a testimony on was Someone was denied a job due to their jab belief. They did not believe in the jab. They submitted a religious belief affidavit. Initially, it was denied. That was reversed by a higher manager than the manager that denied it. That person was then hired for the job, and their religious belief um, for the jab was accepted. So great things going on that end with the consecration. So if you want to join, there's still time. I have uh, a green, see that green smoothie that I drank today. Vegetables, fruit, water, no alcohol, no meat, no white bread, no white flour, no milk, no mucus, no cheese. Is going to do wonders for your health. So let's get into this economy. With that being said, right, because we understand that health as well. Um, Many people are seeing the shortages at the gas stations. I mean, not the gas stations. I'm looking at the gas prices or the barrel of gas, particularly, before I live stream. So many people are seeing the shortages at the grocery stores. Now hiring signs is just everywhere, especially the fast food places and restaurants. There is talk of a bailout for small businesses and particular restaurants from the government, or they may not survive if that bailout is not provided. And so, uh, not only is there shortages of food and groceries, but the prices are significantly increased, right? Significantly increases the food shortage, high prices, right? Now, let me see if I can put it up. Other breaking news: Jerome Powell, Secretary Jerome Powell, um, spoke today on 111, and he announced that central banks, Powell said, on crypto, they are ready to go. The Fed will soon release its insights about CBDCs and the crypto market. So this is breaking news on January 11th. Today, we understand here on this channel that physical cash will soon be a thing of the past. As Maya Angelou, or some people may say Maya Angelou, Angelou is what uh, how I pronounce it, the great late Maya Angelou, or Maya Angelou, um, it will be featured on the back of a U.S. quarter. So definitely that will be a collection item for me. If I find a U.S. quarter with her featured on it, that's just a FYI. So the Federal Reserve, much anticipated crypto reports ready to go, according to Fed Chair Jay Powell, in the next upcoming weeks. So he gave this testimony today in front of the Senate Banking Committee. And so, um, yeah, the report is ready to go. He says he's expected to drop in coming weeks. And he said he hate to say this because he gave a time frame before, um, but it was delayed. So it looks like that's ready to go. We understand that China launched its own digital yuan. I've been talking about this since last year that China would do that during the Winter Olympics, and they are. And so this is pretty much going to put the digital dollar or the Fed, um, apply some pressure, right? Even though all this stuff is, predetermined already, the timeline is set, but according to what they tell the mass public, the people that are not woke or not up to date on things and about the economy, they're going to tell them, hey, China made this move, and so we definitely have to, you know, make a counter move. So he says that stable coins, which would be the central bank's digital currency, should be regulated to bank deposits and money mutual funds. That the tradition in this country about public money is supposed to be a very safe asset. So as the dollar begins to purchase less, as we see inflation, um, and you know what? Let me say this about inflation. A very basic way that I explain inflation or definition is um, the increased pricings of your everyday goods and gross services. For example, your groceries and your gas. But let me say this: inflation is also the method or the methodology that they get the poor working class and the working class, upper working class, upper middle class to do that they will always have a job and always be working. That's the concept. They always use inflation to keep you working a job and you're always spinning your wheels because you're always fighting for pennies on the dollars, right? You get a couple of cents of a raise a year, or you get a couple of dollars of a raise a year. Then you go years without working without $2 or $3 raises again. And inflation keeps the mass majority of people always spinning their wheels and working a job, right? John D. Rockefeller said it this way: you cannot make money because you're always working, right? John D. Rockefeller said it this way: a quote by John D. Rockefeller is the reason why you cannot make money is because you always or always is working. He who works all day have no time to make money. Dr. Claude Anderson said it this way: that you'll never change your wealth status with a job. It's not designed for that, people. Stop thinking that a job is never designed to change your wealth status. But you can take a job and you can make adjustments through systematically bringing home the maximum amount of government taxes that's taken out of your paycheck or your 1099, right? And you can maximize your paycheck. You can maximize your income, and you can now start to make your money work for you, right? Because that's the formula. He who works all day have no time to make money. You have got to learn financial literacy, and you have got to have a financial education. And let me say this: you all know I believe in affirmations. And you know I believe in speaking, right? The power of two and three affirmations over people that specifically give, because that's the exchange of services. So I give them the affirmation of the prosperity production that I have on my life as they give their gift of appreciation. But let me tell you this: saying powerful affirmations, right? Saying powerful affirmations while taking passive actions will equal zero results. Right? Let me say it again. Saying powerful affirmations while taking passive action will yield or equal to little to no results. So you can't just be affirming things all day and not producing things. You can't say that you're going to receive things by divine right and you're never releasing anything. You're never taking action in anything. Faith without works is dead. Right, procrastinators. Now, the second thing, hello, coming in, Curtis. Hello to you, Head Honcho. Thank you for tuning in and saying 1111. Miss Cherokee, salute Queen. Thank you so much. You are so right. Fear is the game. What do you mean? Fear of what? Let me know. Fear of what? Uncle Champ says she is so pretty. Thank you, Uncle Champ. I really appreciate that. Good evening, D Hard. Gotta use credit cards at these federal places. And Augusta, let me say something about credit cards. Um, I just saw this Facebook post by my good friend guy who has over 800 credit score. He applied for a Navy Federal credit card, and his um, approval was for the $1,000. Let me see if I can pull that up. And he was like, "Look, I'm trying to get 100,000 credit cards, right?" Um, he says Navy Federal gave me $1,000 credit limits, total laughable to me with his almost perfect credit score. So I called them and asked them what were they smoking on. They proceed to tell me that I have too much available credit, and they don't see that I actually need any more credit. First of all, Navy Federal, how you all gonna tell me what I need? My goal is to get 100,000 to $1 million in credit in 2022. This $1,000 credit card won't help me much at all. Tomorrow I'm speaking to the manager. A change is coming. If not, I'm closing this card and reapplying. And this $1,000 credit card was for a platinum. I told you all the resilience scores here. That it's going to take more than just your FICO score. The resilience score is not only looking at your income status, right? Not only looking at your income status, but it's looking at the possibility of you having a job moving forward as the great resignation is here. And a lot of jobs will close to never reopen again. You're going to see a lot of small business suffer. A lot of local restaurants suffer. So, a lot of these commercial real estate is going to suffer. Um, we got artificial intelligence, AI, and machines replacing people. They don't call in sick. They're not going to have the C-19. They're not going to have a call for the flu. They're not going to have takeoff days for their children. And so shifting to robots. What a lot of people don't know on Facebook, right, Curtis the FICO TNT. I've been telling people this like over a year when I switched my name from Queen of Credit to Queen of Crypto. That's been over a year and a half ago, right? I've been telling people that this new FICO 10 and FICO 10T, you can check my channel. The videos are there. And so people need to take this in consideration when you're trying to still find somebody and pay someone to do your credit for you. It's going to take more. And this is why, Curtis, I've been telling people about the 129 home-based business opportunity, people, because right now, 3 years ago, I used to say all the time that cash was trash. I still say that. And that credit was queen. I still say that in a sense. And that cash flow was king. But I'm changing it because crypto is now king and cash flow is queen. Credit is pretty much dried up. And I've been telling people about the home-based business opportunity so you can get cash flow. Someone says, messaged me and said, Queen, I'm ready to learn about how to invest in crypto. My question was, okay, how much positive cash flow do you have a month to invest in crypto? Are you positive cash flow status first? And I said, well, yeah, probably about $500. People with how inflation is rising, I don't think being at $500 positive cash flow, although it's good, it's not the best to be a crypto holder where you can actually hold your cryptocurrency until we actually see crypto take legs in next year in 2023. And this is what I mean by this. This is why I say this. That we'll actually see use cases for cryptocurrency by next year. Cryptocurrency is going to go with some changes this year with the rise and fall of the stock market. As the stock market applies, cryptocurrency alike is that what goes up almost always must come down. And it's amazing to me how no one is really inquiring about investing in crypto right now when it's in the red. Like you got Bitcoin right now that is right at the same price that it was this time last year. And yet no one is asking when it's blood on the streets, it's in the red, how to buy the dip. That's amazing to me. But people wait until it gets to the highs and high by crypto. Though that's how you know that you're not dealing with people that understand how investing works. Number one rule in investing, according to Warren Buffett, is don't lose your money. Then he says number two is don't lose your money. And in investing with crypto and stock market, people, you only lose um, when you cash out. Other than that, it's just a loss on paper. And so what people don't understand is that you always buy in the red, right? You're not looking to buy when you're convinced that this thing, is going to keep escalating and escalating because it's always going to be a reset. Let's see if I can get this. You're always going to experience a reset. You're always going to experience a decline. That's just how stocks and cryptocurrency works, right? It's nothing to be hesitant about. When you see a loss, it is only a loss unless you cash out, unless you convert it back into fiat. That's it. That's the name of the game. And so, with that being said, people, you have the time right now in this generation for the biggest wealth transfer ever experienced, ever, ever experienced, the biggest wealth transfer. And you got the price of rent that's increasing. Landlords at minimum want at least a 700 crore with no previous evictions. Um, and so you got people that went a whole year, an entire year without paying rent. They had the money, they had the stimulus, they had the unemployment. They chose not to. And this is the repercussion. And now, even those same people are still saying, well, I can still get government assistance. I'm like, you've got government assistance. Curtis says, yes, buy the dip. Right, to be an investor, you need vision and you need the mindset. And so a lot of people don't have the cash flow that they need. They simply do not have the cash flow to say, I want to get in crypto, because as soon as a dip comes and they're not financially invested or they're not financially educated, they're going to lose because they're going to cash out of fear, out of FUD. And that's not how it should work. So these are true assets that you all have to understand with cryptos, and NFTs are taking off as well. Now, let me say this about the IRS. IRS has come on record saying that they have a massive, massive employee shortage, massively. They're saying there's about one employee to every 16,000 people. People. 16,000. One employee to 16,000. They said this is going to be a turbulent tax season. So people, the free money is drying up through credit, through the IRS. I thought it would be the 1st of April that people would start seeing their tax returns. And so it looks like it's going to be later than that with the up-to-date employee shortage with the IRS. Also, something I didn't elaborate on, and I'll read the comments when I stop. I'm about 5 minutes from my destination. Is that Jerome Powell says the inflation rates will increase. Curtis said he's been buying Bitcoin at 40K and wait for 39. Curtis, I do think maybe 8K may be the bottom for Bitcoin. 11.11 today, but I do think 38K may be the bottom for Bitcoin. I'm perfectly fine with that because just a year and a half ago, Bitcoin was at $3,500. Right? 3,500. In 2020, just a year and a half ago, at the Bitcoin halving in March of 2020, we had 3,500. So I'm perfectly okay with Bitcoin being at its rate that it is now, and that at the rate that it was last year. It's about average of where Bitcoin was at in January of 2021, right now at the 41K mark. So I'm okay with that, right? Again, the government saying interest rates are going to rise. People, credit lines, credit loans is drying up. You need cash flow. You need a cash flow plan. On yesterday, also, the news reported 1.1 million. There's the W11 code again they're showing you. That was on 110 of January. 1.1 million cases globally of flurona or flucrone or whatever they're calling all this stuff combined together. Also, I don't know if you all been keeping up. That says that they're coming out with a new vacation. That's my code word. People in April for Omicron. So people, this is a whole other, liquid juice. This is not for the Delta. This is not for the C19. They said they had to come out with a whole a new liquid juice for just Omicron variant, and this will be released in April. And I've seen some people in their prospective places that have media influence, a lot of followers like Roland Powell, things of that nature. Or, yeah, is that his name? Roland Powell? I don't know. What's his last name? You all? And he made a comment like, people, okay, went out for a minute. He made a comment or a statement that people eat hot dogs and you don't ask what's in the hot dogs, or, um, you know, you don't ask what's in a Dayquil when you take a Dayquil. But everyone knows that over the counter medication has been around. It's not the best, but it's been around for years. To our knowledge, has not been created at warp speed, and so have certain foods. And we all know that certain things can have more harsh effects than others. Um, I mean, most people, for example, didn't know that milk. We've been taught all our lives, even as a child in school, that milk does the body good. And they had this marketing campaign with all great athletes with the milk mustache. So who did not want to drink milk? Well, you didn't know that the mucus in cow milk is actually harmful, more harmful than good. So I said that to say this: there's still some things that over time, over the counter, alike, some foods, hot dogs, that we found out that does not have good ingredients, right? Does not do or have positive responses to our health. However, the research for this liquid juice is still in the making, right? We don't know. We don't have time to tell. And just because people want to do their research, I don't know why. I mean, to me, that's an ignorant statement that you don't research these other harmful things, right? So why research this one? Well, why not research it? What's wrong with researching it? Why the attitude against researching anything? You don't know what's in the foods you eat or in the fast food. Yeah, but I haven't seen any difference between people that have it and people that not. The only thing I take that back. The difference that I have heard is that the people that get it can still spread it, right? They get the liquid juice, they can still spread it, they can still be hospitalized, and they can still get whatever variants that are still going around, right? Then I've heard that non people that decide not to get the juice, they have the same repercussions. You can still get it, you can still spread it, and you can still be hospitalized. Haven't heard much of a difference. So let me read some of these comments. Someone says, after the storm, it will rise. I'm at my destination safely. Um, Something I was going to read, NASDAQ, real estate company, to embrace Bitcoin. Listen at this, you all. Bitcoin, listen closely. Ethereum, Dogecoin. Let me say that in the dark. Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Just got this breaking news update. NASDAQ, listed real estate company. See that? What do you all think about this? Embrace Bitcoin, Ether, Dogecoin, and Sheep and Doge. That's why I'm holding for the long haul. The acceptance of digital currency for our real estate offering is a logical steps for a harbor and demonstrates our flexible business model that separates us from industry peers. Woohoo! Crypto making its way to the real estate company. Let me read. Yeah, cheese has not been something healthy to eat as well. Altcoins for Bitcoins. Bitcoin is one, the only Alpha, the Omega. I mean, you got different cryptocurrency that have different use cases and utility. And Sheep and Doge, for example, with its unlimited, with its high supply, will be used pretty much for quick um, daily transaction. Of course, we know that Bitcoin and Ether, and you got Ethereum for its smart contract capability. So much other cryptocurrency. I'm going to do a live stream for my Patreon members. So if you're a member of the Patreon, I'm going to tell you, for example, what I bought today and buying the dip. What I bought. Uh, okay. Says we'll see 78 BTC very soon. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Um, we also have futures contract to expire, however, by the end of the month. So I do think that Bitcoin will take a little dip because of that. And Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I mean, Chicago Mercantile Exchange expires at the end of the month, but futures contracts are up. So the next couple of days, we're probably going to be in the green. And you combine it with the full moon coming in through numerology and astrology and all that good stuff. So we're going to see some gains, but I don't see the 70K happening right here through January. Again, as we transition, as the IRS is going to have a very turbulent tax season, people are going to beg and plead for this CBDC, central bank digital currency, to get into play, not knowing that that's just going to be the gateway to have all of these cryptocurrencies legalized, brought in, stabilized, right? Um, the government is very strategic and they're great at making people beg for what they want to implement anyway, right? They don't want to tell the people that we was going to do this anyway. They make the people believe this is what you need, and they're so great at creating problems, waiting for the reaction and come in and say, okay, here's the solution, right? And they make you happy, as they've already, the international monetary banks have already said, people will own nothing and be happy. They will own, nothing, meaning that people are going to be so happy and celebratory that they are just keeping their head above water. Cookie Talk says, so we get another stimulus check or nah? Nah? I'm not going to answer that question. I may not answer it politely. Are we getting another stimulus check or nah? But I said this way, Dave Ramsey said, if you're dependent on a stimulus check, you're already screwed, pretty much screwed. Right? So the answer is nah, you're not getting a stimulus check. Right? People don't even want to go back to work now. And I'm not judging people, right? If you got more money free from the government than working a slave, job, then hey, it is what it is. But at some point, when these IRS tax refunds are late, mid-April, right? No, you're not getting one, right? That's true. They're talking about just giving small businesses assistance if another stimulus is paid out. It's going to be for small businesses to stay afloat. But this is what you can get. You can get a work from home opportunity. No, Queen, you mean you're telling me to do something where I have to strategize and put forth some effort and not just sit back and kick back and get stuff for free? Yeah, I am. I am, believe it or not. You come a millionaire in your mind and through your actions way before you become a millionaire in your crypto wallets. Or some people say bank account, right? It's people mindset that has them poor, right? Okay, I know you said she's not dependent, just at, yeah, I teach youth. I mentor and coach young girls. And when they don't ask me questions correctly, like put nah or something behind it, I guess that's just the coach in me or teacher in me that responded that way. No harm, no foul. I'm just around young kids, and I'm always stressing to them about how to ask a question, both verbally and written. So no harm, babe. I know you was just asking. I didn't mean any harm. Yeah, they want no effort. They don't want to do no effort, Curtis. People circle has poverty, right? If you hang around five broke people, you're going to be the sixth one. Likewise, if you hang around five millionaires and multimillionaires, uh, you can be the sixth one. And people always ask me, well, I believe in Jim Rohn's philosophy that a poor person should take a rich person out to eat and buy them the finest of meals so they can drop nuggets of wisdom into your lap about how they accumulate their wealth. People that have millionaire mentality is always looking for a system, always looking for the strategies, and always looking for a mentor. Solo money is slow money, and they have tax shelters. They understand that if they don't understand the tax laws, they'll be working for the rest of their lives. They understand if they don't make their money work for them, right? Um, that they'll be working for the rest of their lives. They understand that inflation is only meant to keep people on jobs and to have jobs. He who works all day have no time to make money, people. He who works all day have no time to make money, right? My grandmother said that you are who you hang with. That's right. Birds of a feather flock together, the old saying. Birds of a feather flock together. And unfortunately, some people have more month than money. Some people have more month than money. And what they don't understand is 25, 35% of your paycheck goes to tax payments. They don't get that. They don't get that. They don't get that in order to have a 4-digit tax returns, you have got to agree to stay in the income status of under 50,000 a year. That's gross. That's not your take home. That's not the net. That in order to consistently every year get a tax refund of $10,000 or higher, you have signed a contractual agreement that I'm going to stay in the income bracket of making less than 50K a year. And a lot of people don't want to break free of that. And they look at this one time of the year, and then by November, December, they're broke again. And they keep recycling those repetitive mindsets. But you all, I have to get off of this. My live stream, my mentor is live streaming right now. You got something, man. Tia's doing some incredible things in this business. You're talking about commitment. You're talking about dedication. You're talking about this is for my home-based business, so I have over 100 people in my organization. So I got to lead by example. If I told them to be on our business training, then I want them on. Again, if you want this $99 discount for a limited time to take advantage of building your cash flow for this financial crisis, that means, people, it's just a $129 investment. Like, seriously, that's it. The regular price, they give you $99 from the regular investment cost, and guess what? Even that is tax deductible. So just one of these, add a 20, a 5, and 4 ones, gets you in the system to be a business. Listen, having a job will never, ever, ever build you wealth. So what you need to do is add a business to your paycheck. That's the real fake it till you make it. Add a business to your paycheck. Get $300, $400, $500 a month of positive cash flow. And then that's how you grow your money that you're already making without getting a promotion, without working overtime. And then you earn passive income from the business, right? All you need is a cell phone with internet. Passive income from the business. And now, while we're going through this credit crisis, you're going to have a delay in tax refund. You have a plan to make money from home, make money from your phone, right? So text 254-788-1144, 99 credit, only if you're serious. If you're not, don't text that number. This is for the serious millionaire mindset people only that want to take advantage of the greatest wealth transfer that we've ever experienced as we transition from this paper money into digital currency and CBDCs. So I'm out, you all. Yes, this will be a turbulent tax season. IRS don't have enough employees. You may be looking to mid-April before you see your money, right? And please make sure you complete those forms, 6417, if you got the child tax credit. And I think 64, it's another form if you got unemployment. Because if you do not, and you receive them in the mail, and you do not complete them with your tax return, you're going to position yourself to go under a manual review, which may cause an audit, a thorough audit, and a further delay in your tax return. So people, invest in yourself by investing in this business, and network with other people. People's solo money is slow money, if any money at all in this economic environment. So network to make your money. John D. Rockefeller also said, I'd rather earn 1% from 100 people's effort than 100% of my own people. Those words are powerful. Understand what that means. Queen out, get your cash flow up so you can get more crypto. That's the name of the game for 2022. You all be safe out there and be blessed.